You gotta be independently financed to fight for black people. And the reason why most of our black elected officials are damn near useless is 99% of them are Democrats. They do whatever the Democratic Party tell them to do. They are Democratic Party plantation slaves. And they are financed by the white corporations of Wisconsin. And once you take the white man's money, you got to do the white man's bidding. So I do not vote for black people who are not independent candidates. Because if you are not an independent candidate, you don't have an independent agenda, you don't have an independent mind, you don't have an independent plan, and you ain't got no damn independent courage. So you better be free. Only if you are independent are you free to help black people. But 99% of the time, we are always voting for people who are controlled by other people. And we wonder why we get nothing from it. If Racine wants to change, Racine black community got to come together. Milwaukee black community got to come together. And then Racine and Milwaukee got to come together on the state level, put our money together. Because if you say you want to run for governor, you want to run for mayor, our first question to you, if we want you, how much money do you need to beat the incumbent? You say, I need $2 million to beat him for radio, for newspaper, for t-shirts, for street team, for campaign offices. Give me $2 million. I think I can beat him. That means what? We got to sacrifice our weave money. We got to sacrifice our chicken money. We got to sacrifice our Air Jordan money. We got to sacrifice our restaurant money. And we got to put that money together and finance her. So once she wins, she don't owe nobody nothing but us. Until we do it that way, we'll never get anywhere.
We're on the topic talking about the stand that the black community should be taking. What do you say about local black organizations, churches, or the NAACP? What should these organizations or structures should be doing to step up and help our black children outside of the classroom?
As far as the National Association for the Advancement of Certain Light-Skinned Mixed-Race Colored People, I would say... Here's the issue. We have good people in the NAACP. Just like we have good people in the Urban League. And put your hands together for the Urban League for bringing Dr. Umar Johnson. But here's the issue. No organization financed by white people can ever ultimately bring justice to black people. That is a rule that we keep on violating because we're so thirsty for public funding. The Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy that I'm building, I'm constantly getting Negroes who want to tie me up in government funding. They're saying, with your credentials, your background, why are you doing it the hard way? Why are you only using black people's money? Why don't you get some of this COVID relief money that's out here? If I take that money, I become beholden to them. I got to do things the way that they want me to do them. I don't want that. Yes, it's harder to do it this way, but this is the only way we are in control. The black community got to decide, do we want it easy or do we want it the right way? Too often we vote for easy, and easy never lasts over the long term. The only way it's guaranteed is if you control it yourself. The black church has not been about the business of helping black people since Dr. King's assassination. When Dr. King got assassinated in 1955, and I keynoted the 55th memorial in Memphis a few weeks ago, the black church retreated away from the front line of liberation struggle. And the black church reinvented itself. It used to be an institution of agitation. The black church has now become an institution of accommodation. The black church is all about kissing the backside of the government in exchange for money and for funds. And then the black church will tell black people, we don't get involved in politics. Well, if you are not political, why in the hell is the church the first stop everybody running for office makes when they're trying to get elected? If you're not political, I don't want to see no more governor candidates. I don't want to see no more mayoral candidates. I don't want to see no more state legislature candidates. If you are not political, keep the damn politicians out the pulpit. The issue with the black is the black church takes three things from black people that we cannot afford to waste. Number one is our damn money. We give the black church about $3 million every Sunday nationally across this country. Can somebody explain to me how an institution that gives $3 million a Sunday ain't got a damn school for our children, ain't got a hospital for our elders, ain't got a bank for our young people, ain't got a supermarket for our families to eat healthy food? You don't provide a single institution, but you traded us of millions of dollars. And then you want to talk about the Asian that's exploiting us and the Arab that's exploiting us. What about your sellout ass that's exploiting us as well? So that's number one. Too much of our money. Too much of our time. Time is the most precious resource you got. You don't get your time back. But they always want you at church. Come to Bible study. Come to gospel choir. Come to this. Come to that. I'm not against that if you're fighting for the people. But if you're not fighting for the people and you're simply using your church to distract our people away from their real priorities, then you are an enemy of the community. Every church should have two things. Every church should have a credit union to finance black businesses, and every church should have a school to educate our children. If you don't have one or the other, you need to be shut down yesterday. And the third thing that the black church takes from black folks is too much of our hope and emotion. Why did the slave master make us go to church on Sunday on the plantation? You know why? Because all week long, the only thing that was on your mind is getting free. The only thing that was on your mind is running away. The only thing that was on your mind was joining Nat Turner, joining Gabriel Prosser, joining Denmark Vesey. But the pastor made you go to church and dance and pray and sing because he knew that in that Sunday experience, a lot of your revolutionary passion would be dissipated. And you'll be ready to go back to work on Monday. That is the same function that the church plays today. The job of the church is to train the revolutionary spirit of the black community, to make us docile. The job of the black church is to make black people think they still winning even though they don't have a damn thing. The job of the black church is to deify oppression. The job of the black church is to make black people think God is causing their problems when it's really the white man. The job of the black church is to convince the Negro that he has to do nothing on his own and just sit and wait for providence to come to his aid. If you are truly a servant of the Most High, how can you be so comfortable with your people catching hell if you claim to be doing God's work? Any pastor that is comfortable with our people, miseducation, mass incarceration, police brutality, gentrification, economic castration, poor health, if you're comfortable with that, you are not a servant of God. You are a servant of the devil.